How big is he?
He says that he's 6'9", 550 pounds. He's actually shooting.
550 pounds?
Yeah, he's actually shooting a movie as we speak, and he's going to be flying in this weekend.
That's like
to do
the
the shows.
three of us put together, I would think.
Yeah,
right?
he's a big guy. That's scary. And who is he fighting then?
Well, you have to come out and find out. Maybe he says
I
he's
know,
got
but
the big
I'm holding on
surprises,
to
the
it.
inside
I had a
scoop, and
big surprise.
all that. So maybe
with
he
our
knows
writers'
the
contest.
goods.
People have to come out to Cool's Warehouse to see for themselves.
Check it out Saturday night. Yeah.
And who else is fighting?
On the card we have my BFF Cody Deaner. He's wrestling on TNA now. You can check that out on Spike TV. We got.
He's actually wrestling now, or is he still the girlfriend of the other wrestler?
He's been in a few matches. He's took on Abyss, and I know he's got a match on Thursday
Right
on the Spike TV airing of TNA. Freak Show, local guy, Hornet, Pepper Parks, all kind of guys from all over Southern Ontario, Northern Ontario, New York, Michigan, all over.
People have to understand these independent promotions like this one. Like, it's better, in my opinion, than watching it on TV or watching the WWE guys. I mean, you guys really throw it out on the line. Everybody puts on an amazing show, and it's just as good wrestling quality-wise and entertainment-wise as you'd see on TV. You just don't have all the flash that WWE might have.
Yeah, like this is where anybody that has been on the WWE, they have to work independent shows. They have to get the experience, and that's where they get noticed, is at this level. So the guys on our shows, we're going 110, or maybe sometimes those guys on the TV shows, maybe they're coasting a little bit. So, but no, yeah, we go out there and we just give it 110%, and it's I find it's a lot more interactive. It's a smaller event, maybe 500-600 people in a small area instead of a big stadium. So we can get a lot more interactive with the fans, and the fans really enjoy that. That's the fun part of doing this.
And you bring big names and big talent to St. Thomas. How often is how often are you here at Pro Wrestling Extreme?
We try to run every maybe 2 months. You know, times are tough, so we don't want to try to bust everybody's bank. But I mean, it's a cheap entertainment. $10 for adults, $5 for kids. You come out on a Saturday night and get 3 hours of entertainment. We try to come every 2 months. We got this show on Saturday, May 30th, and then we come back to Cool's August the 8th. So that's the time period in between. We like to keep that balance there.
Now, I often find when you guys start talking about wrestling, my mind glazes over a bit because I never watched it.
You need to come to one of these
shows. And I don't really understand it. But I did watch The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, that movie. And it's so physical, these guys. I mean, you're on the ring and you're not just acting. I mean, you're really getting hurt there.
To throw me to the ropes and sit on the back of my neck for half an hour. I mean, he caught me in the eye with his boot.
You seem a little bitter about the whole experience.
I don't know. I've been bullied a lot in my childhood, so But I was bruised all the way across there. I mean, like.
So it's a physical game.
Apparently, I accepted those risks when I entered the ring.
Well, apparently that's what they say, right? All the roles get thrown out in the ring. So.
It's okay.
So I think like the Mickey Rourke story. I think it's.
Is it pretty accurate?
I think so.
Really?
And I think that's people maybe are now seeing that this isn't just flash and bang. This is you're in there. It's physical, and this is real. It's not. It's Mickey Mouse stuff. It's soft. It's physical stuff.
So
you get in there and you get hit. I mean, that's what it is.
So what drives you guys? What makes you want to go out in the ring and hurt yourself?
I think it's it's a hard thing to explain, but it's the fans.
The fans.
When it comes down to it, it's the fans. You don't get that feeling anywhere else, whether it be 1,200 people or 12,000 people. It doesn't matter. When you're out there, you just get it, and you get them, and you put them in the palm, and you know that you're exciting these people. You're giving them entertainment. They're not there worrying about, I got to pay my rent, I got to pay my mortgage, I got to pay my hydro. You're giving these people entertainment, and they're not worrying about their problems anymore. You're giving a release to maybe what's going on at home.
And also his BFF would probably be very angry at him if he decided that he wasn't going to wrestle anymore.
Right, yeah. Your BFF.
My BFF, Cody Deaner. Well, I bet if he was sitting right here, he'd be taking care of you right now. Making comments like that, it's not very wise.
There's some smack talk going on between you guys.
You have an interesting relationship with the two of you. That's all
We're two
I've
friends.
observed.
Two friends, that's all it is. Two guys, friends. I'm sure you got a friend. Actually, maybe not by looking at you. You probably don't have any.
I got plenty of friends. I'm on TV.
Is this table big enough to be between the two of you, or?
Hopefully.
Okay.
If he
Don't worry,
keeps
Sarah.
going, then
Nervous.
maybe it might not be. I might just have to walk right around there and, give him the business.
So
So-
let's get back to the fans though. Let's talk about the fans in St. Thomas because they're pretty hardcore. Like I saw the Eye on Elgin segment, which is another Rogers TV show, and the fans in St. Thomas are
Oh, yeah.
amazing. I mean, they're so into it. They have signs. I mean, they really know you guys. So what
I
can you
saw
say
a
about the
great
fans
sign
here?
at the last event.
What did it
My
say?
good friend Matt Morrow, he had a great sign there that said "Wreck fears Sean Abram." I thought that was that's the first time I've ever seen my name on a sign before. Have you?
I think
you have
that's the
signs
biggest
before?
biggest piece of BS I've ever heard right there. Actually.
No, it really
'Cause I
happened.
definitely
We have it
don't-
on camera.
I'm not afraid of him at all.
Oh, he shouldn't be.
I should go over there and slap his cue ball head for him, but I'm not going to because this is TV and I'm supposed to be here to promote this event.
Yeah, I think we should just
So-
I think you should just stay on that couch and Sean should stay in his chair. As I said, this is one of the reasons that we got this set in the first place. So
Well, it does look
be
pretty
nice,
good.
guys.
Thanks.
Maybe one piece of furniture I'd move is him, but
So after
Okay.
your St. Thomas event, you're also going to Tilsonburg.
May 31st we're in Tilsonburg. Big Daddy V is going to be there.
Is that part of? There's a Tilsonburg fair or something like that going on? Is
Yeah,
that-
there's it's part of the spring fair for Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg, they always bring in the wrestling shows for their fair events. It's their biggest draw. We've been there for a couple of years. We've had guys like Scott Steiner, Rhino, Shelly Martinez there, and it's good. It does well for them. Also, we come back August 8th here, Cool's Warehouse, and then August 15th at their summer fair with Superfly Jimmy Snuka,
Oh, that's
WWF Hall of
amazing.
Famer. So.
Now, I think one of the cool things about Big Daddy V that I forgot to address before is how do you get him here? Because the guy's 6'9", 550, and it's really interesting. the
a
way you
very
said
big plane,
Hopefully,
Like a
hopefully
cargo
they got
plane.
a,
cargo
like a-
plane.
a
Hercules
big
helicopter.
plane,
on
but yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to get him here. He's a big guy, so I think he's flying into Detroit, and then we'll pick him up there, bring him up for the show.
You said you needed 2 seats on the airplane.
He's a
because
big
it's so
guy. I
big?
mean, he's 550 pounds, so 2
Three
seats.
seats.
He's huge. He's the biggest. He's the biggest guy we've ever brought into wrestling. I mean, some people that are gonna go up to this show, they're never gonna see someone this size. You might not even see something this big at a circus. He's huge.
So Pro Wrestling Extreme, that Saturday, May 30th at 7 p.m. at Cool's Warehouse. People can get tickets at the door.
They can get tickets at the door. If you want to get your tickets beforehand, you can get them at Cool's Warehouse. You can get them at Henry's Barbershop on Talbot Street, the Manx Arms, or you can call 519-207-0540.
Great.
That'll be me. I'm here all week promoting this thing. So
Okay,
I'll
well,
promote
I'm just glad you guys didn't fight because I was getting a little nervous there for a second. But we have to go to break, so we'll see you right after this.
Huge. Well, if you're a huge wrestling fan, then I don't have to tell you that Cool's Warehouse here in St. Thomas has been hosting such events. Alex Petro is co-owner of Cool's Warehouse, and he tells me why they host this kind of event.
Well, for us personally, it's a revenue generator for the city of St. Thomas, I guess, for the community. I think it opens up some entertainment value that they otherwise would have to go to London to see some of the bigger shows, and I think it's an affordable way for people to get out, and it's a family-oriented event, and wrestling is still quite popular.
Now, with wrestling being so popular, Alex gives us a little bit of a glimpse of what is coming in the future for Cool's Warehouse.
We're on a regular schedule with Jay McDonald, again, who's the promoter, and yeah, we do them almost every 6 weeks. We try to stay away from long weekends and whatnot, but almost every 6 weeks we do an event, and we wait for Jay to tell us who the next big guy he's bringing in is, or girl.
So you don't even know who it is.
Actually, we don't. He gives us about a month's notice, so within the next couple of weeks, we should know who the next person is, and we get it up on the board, and we do a little bit of marketing for him, and that's the way it goes.
Now, if you're a wrestling fan, then you obviously have your favorite. And for one wrestler by the name of Mr. Atlantis, certainly he didn't gain any fans on this particular night.
My name is Mr. Atlantis. Everybody knows that by now. People of St. Thomas are basically white trash, troglodytes. There's about 10 teeth between a lot of them, but I guess I could put up with them for a couple hours so they could live vicariously through me and gaze in wonderment at my splendor and enjoy Mr. Atlantis for just a few moments in their lives. So that's it. That's all I've got to say to these trash here watching this low-end cable television show.
So with Mr. Atlantis talking trash and leaving all by himself pouting, the time came that everyone was waiting for. Former WWE superstar Big Daddy V took to the ring, and he surely did not disappoint. Rogers' own Sean Abram sat down and talked with this giant of a man.
We're at Cool's Warehouse, where we just witnessed one of the most amazing Pro Wrestling Extreme nights here, and I am joined by the one, the only Big Daddy V, WWE superstar. I've got to hand it to you. You're one of my favorite wrestlers of all time since you came into the WWE as Mabel with Mo and Mabel.
Yeah, it's been a long time ago. That was back in 1992.
92.
Yeah. Then we went on to King Mabel.
King Mabel.
Then the Ministry of Darkness with The Undertaker. Then the world's largest love machine. And now we're here at Big Daddy V. 5 different characters in the WWE. Nobody's ever done it before.
It's great. And you just seem to be able to recreate yourself and come back. And the other thing, too, that I noticed in your career is that you've taken like time off and then return, and the fans just, they eat you up, you know? They just take you in there.
When you leave, it makes them want you even more. You know what I mean? Because they're always wondering what you're doing or whatever. But, you know, I like to take a little time off to smell the roses. But this time in particular, I'm in Hollywood. I'm doing movies now. I got 2 under my belt. Going to work on my 3rd in a month.
Wow.
I have 3 more to do before this year's end, and I'm very blessed.
So at the end of this movie run, are you going to make it back to the WWE and give us some more action?
Well, you know what? The people in Hollywood are really behind me, and they really want me to stay aboard. And actually, I love being a movie star. That's really my ultimate dream.
Right.
And so I think I've accomplished all I can in wrestling, but, you know, you never say never in this business either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, you did take a hiatus from the WWE, which gave you the opportunity to come here to Cool's Warehouse.
Right.
Is this your first time in St. Thomas?
First time here, man. I'm telling you, these fans had so much energy, man. I've been in front of crowds that were 10 times the size as this. They didn't have half as much energy as these people did. They really appreciate you being here, man. I can't wait to come back, actually.
Excellent. So you're going to come back to St. Thomas.
You know what? In between movies, we're going to work out something with the promoters and make sure that I come back to this town. Absolutely.
So if you would like to attend a wrestling event, just keep watching the advertisement board out front facing Talbot Street. Reporting from Cool's Warehouse here in St. Thomas, Tony Bendel, IN Elgin. What's your name?
Justin.
What is it?
Justin.
Justin?
Uh-huh.
Are you looking forward? You want to see Big Daddy V?
Yeah.
He's in there right now. I was already talking to him.
That's cool.
He's a big guy. Thank you.
And I will be back. Watch out for Big Daddy V.
There. Okay, look through that, there you go. There you go.